Hey guys, this is Brother Scott with the Potter's House, and I want to this is kind of an impromptu video, but it's something that has really been on my mind today, and uh, at least for this month of October, especially around this time every year, when we are coming upon what is called Halloween in just a couple of hours. Uh, People will begin to dress in costumes. Already in our town, there are people who have decorated their houses for Halloween. There's a lady down the road from our house that uh, has, ghosts hanging from her trees, um, jack-o'-lanterns on the porch, and all of what you typically would see to celebrate this holiday uh, called Halloween. For some, it's a holy day. And today, what has really been on my mind is the fact that there are going to be out there celebrating this day, this night, or whatever you want to call it, that are uh, supposed to be a separated, called out people, and yet many of them will be, and already have, um, enjoying the festivities of this season. So let's just call it what it's a pagan celebration. And we're not going to go into everything that Halloween is about. I'm not going to go into what happened on this night in past years. I will say that some of the traditions, some of the customs that have been going on since the inception of this day of worship, because that's what it is. It's a day of worship, still go on today, and that is a fact. Um, but one of the things, I guess, that really the whole thing with people who all year long uh, say we're separate, we're holy, we're sanctified, and then they join in with this pagan, satanic celebration. And they can say that, well, I'm not using it for that purpose, it doesn't matter. Uh, one of the things that disturbs me about that is that this is also known as the witch's New Year. And just think about that for a minute. If we put everything else aside about this holiday, this for some a holy day, it is the witch's New Year, and yet you have people of Yahweh, uh, people of God, that here again profess all the time that they're holy, they're separated, they're sanctified. I have friends that will be celebrating this day. I have family that will be celebrating this day, and I just want them to pause and to think about what this day is really about, and consider what they are putting their stamp of approval on when they celebrate this day, this night, this evening. And like I said, many people have already began their celebrations early before um, this night is actually here. All through the month of October, people are celebrating, they're preparing, they're anxiously awaiting the arrival of Halloween. But I want to leave you with this scripture in Jeremiah 10. Yahweh, Yahovah, God. However you address him, his name would be Yahweh, Yahovah. This is what he says. Jeremiah 10 says, "Hear ye the word which Yah speaks unto you, O house of Israel." So Israel would be, if you are born again, spirit-filled believer, you have been grafted into the house of Israel. So this would be to you. And this is what Yahweh, this is what Yah is saying. Verse 2 says, "Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen." Some translations are going to say, learn not the way of the nations. I believe there's even one translation that I've seen, one version that I've seen, that I can't remember which one it is, but it even says, learn not the way of the pagans. Don't learn their customs of the pagans, the ways of the pagans. And if you take the time to look at what this Halloween is about, there's nothing Christian about it. There's nothing holy about this day. But keep in mind that you are celebrating. A child of Yahweh, a child of God, is celebrating the witch's New Year. When you observe, when you keep this day, and consider that, and honestly study that. We need to study the things that we are celebrating. One of my friends, that pastors a covenant apostolic congregation in Indiana, made a post, and the Potter's House is a covenant apostolic congregation, but he made a post, and in that post he makes this statement: the holidays that you celebrate tell which God that you serve. In Leviticus 23, Yahweh gives his people times of celebration, things to celebrate. And mainline Christianity refuses to celebrate those times that Yahweh instructed his people. These are my appointed times, and you are to keep them and to proclaim them as holy convocations. But yet, mainline Christianity is so eager to pick up these pagan, satanic holidays and celebrate them without thinking twice about it. There's a problem with that. And I just want to leave you with that to think about. Shalom.